The recently released Fiio Q3, priced at $150, I'll leave a link down below in the video, is a follow-up to the Q1 Mark II, which was the very first video I ever did as Gadget Fox. I thought the Q1 Mark II was a good product, but I ended up not really satisfied with the sound. It was good, but a little too flat and underpowered for my liking. I'm really surprised that there are not too many other reviews out there on this device, because this is one very impressive portable DAC amp. The Q3 has a better Dac chip, has a THX amplifier which should provide lower distortion levels and a cleaner sound. The Q3 is marketed to iPhone owners, but because of the device having USB Type-C, will support Android use as well. The Q3 comes with an 1800 milliamp battery. Fiio claims to give about 9 to 10 hours, but for me, on high gain, I've been getting about 7.5 to 8 hours, so I can see on regular play it being 9. Now, this little sucker takes about 2 hours to charge, which is not bad, and I'm assuming it's because of the USB Type-C. Getting the camera focused, you can see this thing has options. With a 3.5 jack, which functions as an in or out, a 2.5mm balanced, and a 4.4mm balance. The knob sitting comfortably to the right and very smooth when interacting. And of course you have the RBG, which tells you on, off, and sample rate. On its bottom, you're going to have the bass boost to choose on or off. Then you're going to have the gain button, which also acts as the filter, of course the USB Type-C, and then you have the charge option to charge the device while it's connected to your phone or just let it play for your phone. Let's put this aside and let's go inside. One of the things I've always enjoyed about Fiio is that they've always provided so many different accessories. Fiio always has this way of making me feel like a little boy running to the Christmas tree and getting excited to unwrap so many different gifts. That's what Fiio does. They throw everything at you, all the accessories that they believe you may need or may not need, or just gives it to you because that's what they do. You have the USB Type-C and now Santa Claus bag. At least that's what I call it, because this thing is well put together. The silicone pad, very thoughtful of them including that, because it's going to make sure it protects your phone when you're using these industrial strength rubber bands to add the Q3 to your phone. What I have laid out already is the 3.5 to 3.5 millimeter audio cable, and then the USB Type-C cable, which I have to say, gotta be mindful because the cable has clear indicator arrows to show the direction of the input or the output of the device you connect the Q3 to. Then of course you have the Apple cable for those guys can enjoy the Q3 as well. One thing I really want to exaggerate on, because I can see a lot of people making this mistake when owning the Q3 and connecting it to your smartphone, is thinking that your smartphone is not compatible with the Q3. But I'm going to argue that you're mistakenly doing something wrong. The USB-C is one directional. You have to really be cautious, and let me see if I can get the arrows into focus here. Okay, as you can see down below here, this is the input, while this is the output. Simply said, make sure your output is connected to your phone, because this is taking the data and pushing it to the Q3. Because I don't want anyone to miss out on the beauty that this thing makes with music, okay? And one thing I'm a little cautious about is because it kind of goes over the little bump here. I'm using the Samsung 20 Plus Ultra, which it's compatible. It's compatible. And I also recommend going ahead and use that included silicone pad that Fiio provided you to prevent scratching your phone. But in any case, it's a fantastic little device. It does add bulk, but you're doing this because you really like the music that you're listening to. And speaking of enjoying music, I've initially been so impressed with the Q3 that, you know what, I can't honestly come and give you a review right now about how well this thing has been performing for me. And I want to take another week. So if you like what I've already provided you with in this video, go ahead and like this video. And if you want to be able to keep up with everything I do or review, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. But next week, I'm going to come out with my ideas about how I feel about the Fiio Q3. And I'm going to go ahead and do a comparison of the BTR5, also from Fiio, because this Q3 just adds another option in portable amp DACs. Now I know that the BTR5 is Bluetooth enabled and this is not, but I want to be able to compare the sounds because they're supposed to be functioning the same way, which is allowing you to have a hi-fi experience on the go through what most people have their libraries on are the smartphones. Now, to give you an idea of what I'm using in order to do a comparison and also do a review on the Q3, I'll be using, let's see here, let me get them out. The KZ ZS10s. Now, these are very, very fun IEMs, and I've always enjoyed these because they cost about $49 from Amazon, and I'm going to try and use balanced on both of each of the devices. Let me get that back into focus. And to give you guys an idea, if you're not an IEM user, I'm going to bring this sucker out. Let me see if I can make some room. And if you're familiar with these are the Sigma Phoenix. They're very easy headphones to drive, so I know I'm not going to have a problem being able to provide you guys with a review next week listening to the Q3 with these suckers. These are very impressive headphones, and one day or another I'm going to get around to reviewing these as well. But hopefully this is going to be able to give me a good idea of whether did I just instantly fall in love with the Q3, or after having it for some time, is it a return or another giveaway to a family member or someone else's experience. Any case, you know what I do here? I review products that I buy that hopefully will make you more informed before you spend your hard-earned cash on a similar device, or I save you from regretting from spending your hard-earned cash on a similar device. Thank you for stopping by. Come again, Gadget Fox.